everybody has the luxury of the fantastic view, the beautiful sunset. It's peaceful, it's quiet.
When I looked at Auramah Valley, I thought this is the right place to me.
The next day morning after breakfast, I said the deal's done.
Leave behind the lines of cars for a winding tree-lined path. Look past the dusty haze to a misty mountain. From the cacophony of horns to the cuckoo's call. Lift off for your dream home in the lap of Auramah has a place for everyone. A 2-bedroom apartment for couples, to a 3-bedroom duplex for families, and villas for people who like indulgence. Tasteful interiors, open wooden decks, shimmering water bodies, and a fresh, crisp air enveloping the homes. Auramah Valley is everything a heart seeks. At an altitude of 6,000 feet and 3 minutes from Auramah Valley lies the Naldera Golf Course. This 18-hole course, built by Lord Curzon in 1920, is both beautiful and challenging. Live a healthy life in Auramah. shades of the spring from your terrace. Pitter-patter of the rain on the tin roof, turning into a stream of joy, flowing down the mountain into the valley. That's Auramah Valley.
For many years, a lot of our friends used to tell us that we want to buy a home in the mountains. And I thought that there's an opportunity. It's very difficult to buy a home in the mountains. It's very difficult to buy land because it's illegal to buy land, and the land holdings in Himachal are very small. So it's very difficult to consolidate them. Then after that, to then end up building a home, it's difficult to find a contractor, to get the right finishing. You have to take 100 trips to build a home. And then finally to maintain a home, which is very difficult. Then somewhere down the line, I felt that most people in our generation have not vacationed every year or 5 times a year in Singapore and Bangkok and all. Our vacations were in Shimla or Srinagar or Mussoorie or those places. So I feel somewhere down the line, there's an aspiration for everybody to own a home in the hills. And earlier it was an aspiration but wasn't backed up with wealth. Now it's still a latent aspiration, but it's backed up with wealth because people have done exceedingly well in the last 25 years. There's also need to get away. People are fed up of living in matchbox-sized homes, even if they live in large homes, to live in a city like Delhi or Ludhiana or even Bombay. So there's an opportunity out there where we are fulfilling a need. Bigger than that is it's an unorganized industry in Shimla, or in Himachal. So I felt that rather being a small player in a big pond, might as well become a big player in a small pond. So we decided to go ahead and do something on a large scale, and with the objective of becoming the #1 real estate company in Himachal. Well, Auramah Valley is a community of people with similar value systems, of people with similar education backgrounds and similar experiences in life. Auramah Valley is a place which is pristine as far as the environment concerned. It has very high quality construction which we want to give to our people, and we want to give a very high quality, hassle-free experience. So that is the whole concept of Auramah Valley, which is mainly luxury. We offer homes in a number of categories: 1, 2, 4 and 5 bedroom. The concept being that whatever the size is, it has to be luxury. So if you compare apples to apples, our objective is that our home, or your home actually, in Auramah Valley should be better than your home where you live in, whichever place you do. So if you live in a 2-bedroom apartment, your apartment in Auramah Valley needs to be better. If you live in a villa, no matter, you could be in the best location or street of any part of the country, but your villa in Auramah Valley is better, and I guarantee that. So we have a 1-bedroom home which is 700 square feet. We have a 2-bedroom home which is 1600 square feet, maybe a little short. We have a 4-bedroom independent duplex. We have 5-bedroom villas. So we have the entire gambit to cater to anybody's and everybody's needs. I am extremely cautious of the quality of construction. I'm extremely cautious of the product that we want to deliver. We actually build this as if we're building a home rather than building a commercial development. We have actually moved on to the steel building concept, which is a very prevalent concept in the West since the 1950s, in China since the 1980s. It's a more expensive way of making a building, but at the same time, it's a very sturdy way, it's a faster way, it's a cleaner way, it's a greener way. Even the steel buildings, we are, I would say, one of the #1 people in the country vis-a-vis the specifications. Our buildings are so highly spec'd that they probably compare to the best buildings in the world. We do a lot of work when it comes to our retaining walls because, as you know, in the hills, retaining walls, foundations are a critical part of building a home. So we are building, dams, as people call them, that will last you, 100 years. We also ensure that there are only super brands that enter our project. So we have brands like Havells or Finesta, Somani, Berger, and similar kind of brands. But unless it's not a super brand, we don't let it enter a project. At the same time, to make sure that we're giving a quality product and on time, we are building everything ourselves. We're not outsourcing it to people, which should have been the right way to do. But being so far away, it's difficult to get good quality contractors to build Auramah Valley. So therefore, we've got our own teams, and we think we're giving a good product. Well, Auramah Valley is a licensed project. We are approved under the Town and Country Planning Department of Himachal Pradesh. And being a licensed project, people can buy a property and get it converted into their name with a sealed deed. All you got to do is, when you are close to possession, you apply to the government. We obviously help you with all the administrative work, and you are able to get yourself a permission within 3 to 4 months. Well, we provide a host of other services. So our objective is, although this is a real estate project, but it is a second home or a retirement home for people. We don't want them to go through all the inconveniences that they go through in normal life. So your maintenance, security, housekeeping, laundry, cooking, everything is included. For example, for your maintenance, you don't need to be, even if you're not there and there's a leak in your WC, we're not going to wake you up in the middle of the night in some other part of the world. People come in there, they fix it, and they send you a bill through the club. You have people looking after your building. If it's a building, your villa, if it's a villa, they will open it up twice a week, air it, dust it. And when you come in, you're ready to go. You don't have to open a house and then air it and have the other issues like you would have in a house which is closed for 3 to 4 months if you're not living there that often. We have 24-hour security, we have CCTV cameras, we have drones, we have housekeeping, so all your laundry issues, your beds can be made. We have cooking, so if you don't have a cook, we'll send a cook across to you, he'll cook a meal, and there you go. So the objective is to give a complete experience to people which is well-rounded and very service-oriented. Well, it actually started off as a club. We were building a club, and because we were building the club at such high spec, we realized that we will not be able to maintain that standard over the years with the club subscription and the club rates. Therefore, we decided to convert it to a boutique hotel, where it is used as a really upmarket, world-class boutique hotel for the outsiders and as a club for the residents of Auramah Valley. The hotel will have a spa. It has a salon. The spa is designed by some of the best interior decorators in the world. It has a cards room, it has a movie theater, indoor swimming pool. We have a kitchen for 3 cuisines, Indian, Chinese and continental, large bar and bars, huge dining area with 4 private dinings. We have indoor gym, outdoor gym. So a number of facilities, including a play area for the kids. So it's a pretty large area. We have 25,000 square feet built up, only a public area, and about 50 to 60 rooms, which we are finalizing now. The helicopter club is a very unique concept. We are the only developers in the country who are actually giving a helicopter on site 365 days versus saying we only have a helipad. The reason for helicopter are 2. One is to make sure that people of Auramah Valley are comfortable when they reach Auramah Valley. So within 20 minutes, you reach from Chandigarh to Auramah, and from Shimla airport to Auramah Valley, it's only 7 minutes. So it gives you that feel of luxury. It gives you that feel of the rich and famous, which is generally beyond the means of even rich people. The other reason of a helicopter is to ensure that you're medically secure. So God forbid there's a serious emergency where you need to be evacuated. You as an Auramah Valley resident need to be secure that there's a helicopter out there, and within 35 minutes, you'll be inside a world-class hospital in Chandigarh. It's a members club. We expect people to subscribe to it. In fact, it's compulsory. It's not very expensive, approximately 6 to 8 lakh rupees, depending on the kind of home that you've bought. And after that, you pay nothing monthly. You only pay when you use the helicopter, which is also very heavily subsidized. People in Auramah Valley are from an age group of 40 to 70. The common thing between them all is they have the thread of the same value system, similar education background, similar experiences, similar network. They are generally people who are from mid-scale businessmen to even some billionaires. They are CEOs and CXOs. They are mainly from Delhi, Chandigarh, London, Mumbai, Singapore, and Dubai. Well, the objective is to have Auramah Valley become a self-sustaining community. We don't want people to go out for their medical needs or their grocery needs or any of the other home needs. So we have a clinic at site, which is a 4-bed clinic, which is nursed 24 hours. We have a doctor coming in once a day. The objective of the clinic is to take care of your regular health needs as well as something critical. So if something critical happens, you get stabilized at the clinic, and that's when you go to a hospital either in Shimla or you go to a hospital in Chandigarh. We have a grocery store which is operational and gives you all your basic amenities from cleaning to eating. The grocery store, which is actually called the tuck shop, will become much bigger and will take care of your larger needs and luxurious needs like salmon or caviar or cheese and those things that you want. We promote a lot of culture of wellness and sports in Auramah Valley. So we have a tennis court, a basketball court, a volleyball court. Of course, there are walks. The golf course is right next door, which is a big blessing. We also cater to the needs of the people who are more religious or spiritual. So there are places for satsang and prayer. I welcome you to Auramah Valley. I guarantee you a home in pristine environment. I guarantee you a world-class quality. I guarantee you fantastic people as your neighbors. So come and visit us.
A family who loves mountains, nature, golf, and when we heard about Auramah Valley, we thought that this would fit the bucket completely.
Having bought this apartment and spent time there, I feel that I really lucked out.
So I think number one, I always wanted to have a place which is a little away from Delhi. A place where I can go and spend my me time, more of a me time than being on the rush and bush of where I'm living over there. And I think when I looked at Auramah Valley, I thought this is the right place to me.
Everything that one would want in terms of a lifestyle to have there. That was one. The other was the location, the pristine environment, the serene sunsets.
Well, actually, it was quite easy. You know, we saw the site, we then saw the plans, and we got the paperwork. The promoter had got some people. His staff was very cooperative, very friendly. Was always willing to help us out if we had any questions. They were very responsive. So we just filled the forms in, and it was pretty straightforward.
The next day morning after breakfast, I said the deal's done, and I had not even looked at anything else. So that speaks in itself that it was an experience that convinced us to go for it.
Everybody has the luxury of the fantastic view, the beautiful sunset. It's peaceful, it's quiet, there's no pollution. There is a purity to the place. There is a great aura to Auramah Valley.
If I have a stress level of say 80 or 90% before I leave, I would come back with my stress levels down to below 10%.
I'm comfortable to go to Auramah Valley any time of the year, 12 months.
Weather-wise, it's a great place. That's why I chose that place, because seeing the Delhi weather, seeing the Singapore weather, I think this was the ideal place to be, I think, and that's what excited me.
The nicest part about the weather in Naldera is that it's quite moderate. So the summers are cool, very, very pleasant, and the winters are not too severe. So you can easily be up there in December, in January. It snowed while I was there.
The kids simply just love it there because the weather's superb in the afternoon to play outside, outdoors, which probably these kids don't get it in Delhi with the weather conditions and the pollution outside. So it's just like the weather, the location, the ambience, everything is just superb, which makes Auramah, I think, a great location for anyone to buy their holiday home.
The days are bright, great sunshine. The nights are cool, quiet, serene. The sunsets are romantic, quiet, beautiful.
We've been very, very lucky because we got together very early in the stage of the development that I got together some friends and family, and we picked up a whole block of 8-10 apartments together.
The thing which I like the most about my home is that I have my neighbors as all my friends, and apart from my immediate neighbors, the entire development is catering to similar minded people.
It's a nice group of people, similar backgrounds, similar outlooks, and met a few people who've moved in, and I think that it's a great community to be a part of.
Clearly it was friends and family. It was actually more friends who got together and bought a few places there. So we already have, in fact, in the block in which we're staying, we already know 4 or 5 of the families from Delhi who were there. We've all got it together, and before anyone goes there, we actually touch base with each other and try to plan it so that when we go there, there are other families also there for the weekend. So it's, yeah, overall I think it's a very positive experience.
Community was the key thing, and I think Auramah Valley was able to get the right people in place. You want to be in a place where you be with like-minded people, you can spend some time, the ambience is good, the places, the nature is there. I think, and that was all getting it very well on this place.
The quality of construction, the passion of the developers toward the project, which we knew that if this is what is being promised, then this is what is going to be delivered. And there was a timeline that they spoke about, and they stuck by it.
The general construction, the attention to detail, it's not done in a commercial way, it's not done like a developer would do it, it's done very much as somebody would do their own home. That appealed to me.
The construction quality is awesome. And whenever I've been there, I have not seen, otherwise after 6 months, 3 months, it started deteriorating a lot, but it is not. And I think what I like about the management, and I would like to say especially the leadership of Manav, that he's trying to develop new things every time. I think he's giving us a culture of a good club over there, which I'm very excited about. He's improving things, and I think he's focusing great on how all his friends, now all of us are his friends, who are living comfortably over there.
There's a lot of sunshine, which probably in Delhi nowadays you don't get it. And plus, the rooms, the living area, the stuff, they're all so spacious that it just makes it a very comfortable living for anyone who needs their holiday home in the hills. Management and promoters, mainly I have interacted with Manav, who has given his personal attention to everything, and any problem, although we didn't have, but anything that we wanted to discuss, he was so accessible, which is so unlike other builders and promoters and developers that you have to go through another team of people, but he takes all personal attention and he makes sure your works are done the way you want it.
They have been so cooperative and so supportive. In fact, I am the one who's guilty party here, who's not doing things what they want me to do. But I think very nice people, very supportive, everything happens on time. They really understand what customer service is.
Auramah Valley is looked after very well when you're not there, and every time I come back to the apartment, it's perfectly maintained, it's beautifully cleaned, and it feels like you're walking into a new apartment every time.
They are very nice people, both at the management level and at the site itself. The people who actually deal with you and serve you your little daily needs. I think they've pretty much covered everything that anybody might want as a part of their lives. For the people who are into cards, they have the card room. For billiards, they have snooker. They have swimming. They have everything there. But the helipad was a jackpot.
I believe there is a spa also coming up. So that would definitely be a big attraction for people, to sort of relax and to enjoy yourself and amidst nature. Open gyms, of course you can go in for the walks and all also. There is a lovely forest trail right there, which we had also gone for.
I personally believe Auramah, the way it's designed, It's going to be a self-sustained little township, so that anyone who's there, even with friends and family, they don't even have to walk out of the resort. You can have everything indoors, in-house, and you can have your spa, you can have your pool, you can have your tennis courts, and also there's a business center, because these days whenever we are traveling, it's not that we can ever be without work. So the facilities and everything being given at Auramah obviously stands apart from other projects who don't even think into these things while designing a project.
I think in something like this, the main thing you need here is dependability, transparency and honesty. I would recommend that anybody who's looking for a house in the hills in India and is looking for a creaseless experience, I think Auramah Valley is their one-stop shop.
Very nice people, very supportive, everything happens on time. They really understand what customer service is.
Leave behind